It is because I've just pressed the live button. This is great. YouTube is great. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Elite FPL, where somebody that doesn't know how to play the game is with someone that does. Hello, Steve-O. How's it going?
I mean, to be fair, people don't know what goes on behind the scenes here, which is nothing. But Jason's been saying you've just been saying how you don't know what's going on in the world of football. Nor do I. But in all seriousness, you're extremely busy with work and everything. I'm being struck down with flaming serious surgery and everything like that, and thankfully I've been able to focus on doing more members videos and everything like that, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, it's not going great for you, is it? In all seriousness,
no, it isn't. But to be fair, it's just one of those things that I've really come to...
What happened last week?
Jimenez got sent off. Ramsdale got nothing.
The week before, the Ramsey captaincy. What happened here?
Oh, that was me just not getting to the time. I just didn't sort my captain out in time.
That was it. It was just
honestly,
just a mistake.
Yeah, a mistake. Yeah, I'm so busy with my life. I'm so busy with work, and I'm almost like, what's the word? I am coasting in FPL at the moment, and I don't really have a track that my train is derailed and there's no sign of it getting back on track. So this week I will make changes. I may spend some points, but I haven't been keeping up to date with the information. And by the way, is anyone watching this?
I'm about to check.
Nobody's in the chat, so maybe not.
Let me get this rant off my chest. It's not even a rant. What I find really funny about Elite FPL is like we get like lots of people watching us live, but no one talks in the chat.
Oh, there we go. There they are.
No one speaks in the chat. It's just like
it's because they're all bots.
A goal could go in, and it'd be like 2 or 3 people that say "Yay, goal!" and that's it. And like, well, come on, there's like 70 people watching. Come on,
they're all in the Discord.
Yeah, exactly. They're all, in fact, I'll put that in the Discord right now. Do you want to say hello to the guys that are saying hello?
Oh, hello to Denver. Hello to Dread. How you doing, Peter, Bilal, Vigard? How's it going, guys? I hope you've had a good week. You're looking forward to the weekend, and I'm sure everybody that I've mentioned is doing better than me.
I'll be honest with you. I cannot wait because I'm off sick for the next 6-7 weeks. So this period is going to be absolutely fantastic for me. Now we've got this freaking international break out, international football out the way, as Dan likes to say. We can now focus on and I cannot wait to kick it all off tomorrow, because I'll be not tomorrow, Saturday. I keep thinking it's Friday today. Saturday, where I'll be doing a stream for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and I'm going to try if I can do the Liverpool game if it's possible, if I'm able to get it on my TV, because I don't like doing live streaming when it's on a radio, but if it's on TV I can happily do it, because it's like you said about Man United, if I'm watching the game anyway, may as well make a penny. So but I'm looking at your team here, and I said it on a members video earlier on. Now obviously Jimenez is your major issue. I've got other breaking news for you as well. Ramsdale won't be playing. It's very unlikely he'll be playing against Crystal Palace.
So yeah.
Foster, which, to be fair, it's just a standing keeper, get his 2 points versus Liverpool. That's fair enough. Ramsey, he's got to be gone. Brozier's got to be gone. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he ain't going to be playing on Saturday either. That's it was.
So what you're saying is, Dan, it's basically a deadwood team that needs a wild card, Steve. It's pretty much what you're saying. I mean, you laugh, but the
good news is that everybody's going to be really jealous that you've got Weghorst in the team. Everybody's clamouring to. By the way, Dredd, I know you're here. I'm literally using your picture. Jace, if you could bring up.
Hang on. He ain't going to copyright strike us, is he?
No. This is him. So on my
but
Twitter account, I upload.
What do you want me to do, Steve-O? What do you want me to do? Tell me what I need to do.
You just need to go on my Twitter account,
right,
and find the picture of Dread FPL.
Efforts.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Go on your Twitter account and find the picture of
Right. Are we back, Jace? I know it's Skype. I know Skype is being a pain in the backside. For us, can everybody hear us? Can everybody see us? More importantly, just we're trying to.
They can hear you, and they can hopefully hear me now.
Jason.
Yeah.
Back,
this is just an example of why I need a new. This is actually I've got a hard drive issue with my computer, and I got a blue screen of death. So there's I think there's an issue with something with the hard drive, and long story short, I need a new hard drive, but I'm putting off replacing the hard drive because all of my valuable work that I've been doing is on my hard drive, and all the plugins and all of the settings and all the stuff and the profiles are on there. If I get a new hard drive, I've got to find a way of somehow magically importing them all across. So Jason's voice is a bit crispy, rasp, high-pitched, treble, echo. You get what? Really?
You sound fine to me. And if you sound fine to me normally...
Oh, God, here we go. What's going on? Anyway, welcome back to Elite FPL.
Yeah, we were trying to get up a Dread FPL's picture. It's actually, I can tell you exactly where it is. It's I posted it March the 29th is when I uploaded it. You'll see it immediately once you bring it up. It's underneath an XFM reference, but on March the 29th. But anybody that talks about Weghorse will be getting that.
One second, let me get it up. Hang on. Add window capture. There we go. We're going to do, not Skype, we're going to do this one. Well, we're going to Dreads, yeah?
No, it'd be mine. On my I don't know if Dread retweeted it or not. I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. But certainly, in fact, if you went onto the Elite FPL one, it would probably be easier. Because I don't really go onto that account much.
Well, I just saw some cleavage.
Yes, that's Miss Kitty.
Okay. This is Elite FPL, ladies and gentlemen. This is when you can't do good in FPL, you can just tweet pretty ladies instead. That's certainly not the way we want to be known.
Where
are you?
Here we are. It was 2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh God, Steve.
Towards the bottom. Yeah, 2 days ago, 29th.
What? Who's another one here? Another pitch, right? Okay, wrestling.
They're all Weghorse. You'll understand in a minute.
Well, hang on, what am I looking at, Steve-O?
Dread FPL is picture. You'll see it immediately.
Yeah, I see it. Dubravka and Ramsdale.
No.
I see a picture. Is that?
Keep going down. Keep going. 2 days ago.
Llama Lounge. Which is no longer Llama Lounge. It's now Llama FPL Casuals.
FPL Casuals, yes. It's 2 days ago.
Snowing. Yeah, okay, 2 days ago. God.
Are you on Elite FPL or me?
No, I'm on you.
Oh, for Christ. Yeah, well, it's 29th of March. Keep going down.
Here we go.
Miles down. I tweet all day about wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling. Oh, yeah. God, Dreads.
It's extraordinary.
Intimidating.
It's intimidating. Fred, I asked you, but you never responded. I said it in the members video. What the hell is that video all about? Picture all about? Please tell us. Because he's next to Boomer on the right, just to the right of him, or his left, our right. And Boomer's going mental.
It's like he's in a mosh pit.
Yeah. What is it all about, Dread? What was going on at that precise moment for you to go absolutely, ape shit over something? But this is what I'm using all the time, because the amount of people that are talking about Weghorse, Jace, your player, they're all desperate to bring him in.
Oh yeah, well I'm.
They're all mad, absolutely mad, and that's the only upper hand you've got this game week is the fact you've got Weghorse.
Oh no, I haven't got any upper hand, mate.
But. Yeah, it's...
What are you doing with your team, anyway?
It's a tough one. I've been doing members videos for the last 3 days about it. I'm waiting on the news for Ramsdale and Dubravka, because they're both out as it stands right now. They're both literally out, and it's either one... So option A, here we go, everybody. Oh. Option A is Coutinho to Salah, Ramsdale to Pope. Option B, is if Ramsdale and Dubravka are fit. Option B, it's Coutinho to Salah, Doherty to Cancelo, or it's option C, if Ramsdale and Dubravka are fit, Coutinho to Havertz and Doherty to Cancelo. But with now the news that Trent is probably not going to be playing against Watford, the reason being is because he wasn't training with the first team. He was training with, I'm assuming, the kids. And someone on Twitter, Dredd actually retweeted, said that it doesn't look like he'll be ready for Watford. He'll be pushing to get it for Man City. I've actually been talking about getting rid of Trent for a while, surprisingly. But that's to accommodate Luiz or Jota. Only because Trent, for me, has been not as consistent as Robertson. Whereas Jota at the moment and Luiz, especially Jota, are just doing really, really well. The problem is just their rotation. But I don't need to do any desperate moves. But the one that I'll tell you, the one that I really want to do is Coutinho to Havertz and Cancelo in for Doherty.
Havertz, really?
Up against Brentford, he's in form. They're going to win. He's going to score. I've already worked out that if Salah starts, I think Liverpool win 2 or 3-0. It's not going to be 5-4 or 5. I think 2 or 3-0. Just a comfortable, simple victory. I'd expect if Salah starts to get a minimum of a goal. I think maximum is like, you're talking hat-trick. But I think a goal and assist realistically for Salah. But I also think that Son, as a captain, at home, does really, really well. He gets a goal against Newcastle in a 2-1, 2-0, 2-1. Captain him. Havertz scores a goal against Brentford. Cancelo standard assist. Actually works out to be 6 points better off than Salah and.
I haven't even looked at what Scout have got as their top picks this week.
No, who gives us stuff about them? They always get it wrong anyway. The only one that's got the Midas touch at the moment is FPL Mate and Davey FPL. They're the two that have got anything they touches to gold.
Turns to gold, right?
Yeah. Thankfully, they're not live streaming at the moment, so we can keep an audience for at least the next 10 minutes. But anything those two touch seem to touch to gold, and I don't specifically know what they're going to be doing. Although there's a chance that FPL Mate, I think FPL Mate's already got like triple Burnley in his team anyway, so I think he's got Cornet, Weghorst, and a defender. But yeah, I've got those options in mind, but I'm almost certainly going to be doing Coutinho to Salah and then probably Ramsdale to Pope. In my book of notes, I've actually got it as Coutinho to Salah and Weghorst in for Hwang, but I just think to myself, it's Everton and Man City. He ain't going to score against Man City, and against Everton, tight, horrible, vile game, 0-0. There's a chance that we could win 1-0. Weghorst could be the one that scores the goal, but I have a feeling it's going to be 1-0 either way, 1-1, 0-0. Hence why I want to kind of get Pope in ahead of Weghorst. But yeah, I'm kind of like, it's.
Did you say Trent's not playing?
He won't play, I don't think, no. According to this journalist, he says that he don't think he's going to play. I would put Salah to start versus Watford is about a 60-70% chance. Trent to start is about 40%, 30%, if that.
So who's everyone captaining this week then?
Salah. And if not, then it's Kane, and then it's Son.
I come to this stream to get my information for FPL because, like, I've been rendering 840 video files in a week.
Wow.
Like 840 high definition renders in a week. So day and night, my computers, I've had both computers going off at the same time, and I've just had no time. I've had no chance to even focus on anything else. So, you know, I know my team. I knew my team was a state before I came on air, and Steve-O's done a great job of actually letting me know even more how much of a state it is. I do need to make some changes. That's all. I just need to make some hits, I think.
Well, Jimenez has got to. Well, he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy. I still to this day don't understand why people even brought him in.
Yeah. Okay, Steve-O. All right. You were you previously in the season, just before I brought him in, you did mention him a few times as an option, but
yeah, but I never expected him to be this bad.
No, you never. You were kind of.
In fact, I remember at the start of this year, I said that Jimenez could be really, really good because
it's just since that injury, innit? Since that head injury, he's just not ever been.
It's just Wolves in general; they just can't score.
Yeah, but if the talisman's not firing, then it's hard, isn't it? It really is.
Well, they seem to be playing their. I mean, I can only comment on a couple of matches I've seen of Wolves. They seem to play a lot around with Pedence, Neto, Neves, them three. I like their key players, really. The last game they played against Leeds, a lot of it was going through that Trincao. Johnny was looking really, really good. Cy Bellamy's Pedence was looking really, really good as well. Jimenez was a decent chance of playing, maybe less. Jimenez not playing. You've got Ramsdale, who may or may not start. It doesn't look like he's going to play at all, according to Ben Dinnery. Lucas Digne should be okay. So you've got what? Digne, Saiz, Tierney and Robertson.
Yeah.
Kulusevski, Saka's son, Ramsey.
Roja. Who's not going to be my captain. I got Salah. I got Weghorst that I can bring in for Jimenez. So I don't even need to do much of a hit, but I do need to sort Jimenez and Ramsdale out, I think.
Yeah, I think that it should be all good and everything. And don't get me wrong, though, your team is in the absolute shitter at the moment.
Yeah.
As we speak, and
there
is a lot of.
Should we think about going over the games and talking about the games?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think if you want to bring up, because just to let people know, Jason is short of time, so we've kind of.
Well, I am, but I'm just going to bring your team up very quickly because I know that you were mentioning some of the moves you were considering. You've got Plan A, Plan B. You're flying at the moment, Steve-O. Absolutely flying. For those of you who don't know, he's third in the Tour Elite behind Sai and Dan Benson. So you've got what? 31 points to catch on. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And do you know what the best thing is? In fact, do you know what? I'm going to use that as a pun. The best thing is, I've still got triple captaincy. Sai's got no chips.
Yeah.
Sai's got nothing. And don't get me wrong, I do, in the words
he always wanes away towards the end of the season. It's almost like he puts it all in and then just fades away towards the end.
Well, the thing with Sai is that, especially with my rivalry with him, he's got bench boost left. Jesus.
Well, that could be good.
It could be good, yeah. And the thing with Sai is that with me and his rivalry is that every time I make a step forward and he takes a step back, the following game week, he takes like 3 steps forward. So like I've closed, like I think it was like 70 points last week ahead of me. Now I've cut that in half. I mean, his team, Trent not playing, Thomas not playing. He's got Saiz. Wow. Saiz, Robertson. That's the only defenders he's got. Oh, Livramento, but he may not even be playing because he doesn't get into the Southampton team anymore. So we may only have 2 defenders. Sarr's perfectly fine. Coutinho, a waste of space. Ramsey, a waste of space. Pedence, nah. Salah, brilliant. Iheanacho, absolutely hopeless. Kane, brilliant. Che Adams on form at the moment. Martinelli is a great pick. Martinelli is fantastic. I'm very jealous that he owns Martinelli, but Sai
up against Palace.
Yeah, they're winning that. There's no Zaha, and there's another player that's going to be out as well. So there's no chances.
Have you heard of anyone that's using a wild card or a free hit this week? Have you heard of anyone in the community talking about it?
No, it's all game week 31. They're considering it. Sorry, not game week 31. 33. They're considering it, or 36.
2 weeks time.
Yeah. I'm going to be using it in 36.
Oh.
I think it all depends on.
So the standout game for you then this week is Palace,
there's
Arsenal.
There's 3.
Okay, let me guess which 3. Liverpool, Watford.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Brentford, and Crystal Palace, Arsenal.
No. But
really?
Burnley, Man City.
Really? Burnley, Man City? I think Burnley are going to give Man City a headache. I do.
It ain't happening.
I do. I think Burnley aren't going to be easy. I think Man City might win it 1 or 2-0, but it'll be tough. No. It'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game. Listen to the Burnley fan. Listen to his passion.
To put in perspective, we'll go. In fact, do you know what? Should we start our predictions now? Should we go through it? Start with Liverpool.
Go on then.
Let's start with Liverpool. I've done a tiny bit of research. Come on, Jace. What are you thinking on Liverpool versus Watford then? Let us know in chat as well.
Smashed 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 sounds about right. Liverpool in the form of their life at the moment. Although, to be fair, some of their players could be tired.
I don't think it matters. I think they've got quality.
I agree.
Even on the bench, I think they've got quality. So I just, I can't see it. I mean, 2-0, 3-0. I think fitness-wise, you could say 2-0, but I'm still going to go 3-0.
Yeah, I've got it down. I mean, I've got it down as 3-0. I initially had it as 2-0. But yeah, 2-3-0 against Watford. Watford are absolutely hopeless, and Roy Hodgson against his former team usually doesn't do particularly well. But the history is saying 5-0. 3 times.
So we're being generous then.
3 times they've beaten Watford 5. The form is only suggesting 2-0. Watford actually away from home are actually quite good, Jace. They're better away from home.
70% Liverpool still beat them 3-0.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So
you've got Naraj 2-0, John Harris 3.
You say Watford are better than playing them at home? They're better away.
They're better away from home, yeah.
I don't think. I mean, they may get a consolation. They may get that 1 goal, 3-1, but I just can't see it. Moving on. Brighton, Norwich, a game where I would prefer to watch paint dry. Your thoughts on that one?
Let's just put it this way: the form,
sit and watch Magnolia on the wall.
The form, right, doesn't look good for Brighton at home. Their average score at home is a 2-0 loss.
Norwich just got it on the money, 0-0. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Norwich away from home is a average score of a 2-0 loss. So it's going to be 2-0 either way. But me personally, I've gone with 1-0 to Brighton because Norwich are just so bad. But 1-1, 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0's not a bad shout. I'm going to copy that one.
The history's saying 2-0 to Brighton. The form is pretty much going to cancel each other out, 0-0, 1-1. So yeah, it's not going to be a particularly pretty game, although it'll probably turn out to be the most high scoring game during the 3 o'clock kickoffs, for crying out loud. But talking of, I mean, you mentioned about the bus being parked against City, Burnley against City. There are, along with Tottenham, they are our what's the word? I can't even think of
Nemesis.
The word. Nemesis. Yeah.
Always seems to pick apart the game plan. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is
Dyche doesn't really have a plan B, does he?
No, he doesn't. No, and
if it starts to fall apart, then it starts to go south quite quickly.
Yeah, and I'd expect Man City to do what they always do, which is Burnley park the bus, try not to concede early, and then they concede early through some sloppy defending, a sloppy own goal, some stupid defending, and it's 1-0. Then a few minutes later, it's 2-0. The game dies off, and then in the second half, it becomes 3, then 4, and then City just go, do you know what, I can't be bothered. Another thing, actually, as well, I completely forgot to say this in the members video.
Yeah.
Liverpool have got a Champions League game midweek. Their fixture list is fascinating to look at, actually. In fact, have you seen their fixture list for Liverpool?
It's packed, isn't it? I think
it is. Yeah, no, you're right. And this is another argument as to why I think that Salah could be
reduced minutes, maybe. could be coming off 66 minutes, 70 minutes, 75.
But
Do you think he'll be benched? Do you think he'll be benched?
I don't think Klopp has to risk him. I really don't. They've got... Look, if they really wanted to, they could do Origi...
Against Watford, yeah.
Origi, Jota and Minamino up front. In theory, they could do that.
Hey, JC.
They've got the likes of Harvey Elliott in there that could do a job.
He could come off at 60, 70 minutes, though.
He could do. And
just give him it depends. Like if they go 1-up, 2-0, they'll get him off.
But it's Liverpool versus Watford at 12:30. Then they've got to go to Portugal on the 5th.
He ain't going to want to sit on the bench. He ain't the player that is. He's not going to want to sit on the bench.
No, I know, but think about this though. The Champions League's really important to them. They've got Benfica on the 5th. 5 days later, they've got basically the title match versus Man City on the 10th.
Yeah.
3 days later, it's Benfica again at home. Then 3 days after that, it's Man City in the FA Cup in the semi-final. And then 3 days after that, it's up against Man United. And then it's a home derby against Everton. These next games
big games. Yeah. So this is if you are going to rest players, this is the only real game where you can afford to do that.
Absolutely. It's Watford.
You know, I mean, no disrespect to Watford, but you know, Liverpool's, subs could do a good job against Watford, so they could rest, Salah, even Mane.
Well, those two were involved in a match which went to extra time and penalties. Salah missed a penalty. He was the first one to miss a. Well, I was the first or the second player to miss a penalty.
Yeah.
In the match, so. And I personally, I've said this, and I saw someone on Andy Let's Talk FPL tweet about Salah. And they said, they were saying very similar to me. Actually, when watching Salah, he's not really been looking at his best. Other players, like what's his face? Louise has looked really, really good as of late. Jota has looked fantastic. Mane's looked pretty good. Salah's just been kind of like taking a step back. And look, I mean, I'm looking at
He has periods where he does that though, doesn't he? He has explosiveness, and then he has a few weeks, or even like close to a month, where he's just kind of ticking along, it's like cruising, the odd goal every now and again, but nothing prolific, and then he just comes back with a vengeance and starts going crazy again. I remember, it's been like that for quite a while now, in a few seasons, where some people have even like kind of almost swing traded in Salah and with favourable fixtures, and then back out again to Bruno when the fixtures have been like in previous seasons when it's been hard in midfield to have a full set of heavy hitters in midfield. Nowadays it's a bit different, but the point being is that he hasn't been as prolific as we know, racking the 2-3, getting the hat tricks, so the braces, but I think that going back to the point, Liverpool don't need to risk him. They don't.
I'm not going to profess to be any expert on Champions League, let alone Portuguese football, but Dread FPL is saying here that he's expecting Salah to play 60 minutes and then get to not have Salah and bring it back for Man United. I'm honestly really, really tempted by it, but it's all comes down to the news on Ramsdale and Pope. If it comes out that Dubravka and Ramsdale, if it comes out that Dubravka's fit, that Cancelo and Havertz in for Coutinho and Doherty and Son captain, I honestly think could pay off. Because I really don't think that Salah's going to hurt me as much as what we're all thinking. We're all thinking that Salah's going to, like we all do, everybody has FPL bias, thinks that Salah's going to score a hat-trick and, go on this. No. There's nothing that I've seen of Salah in the previous Liverpool matches to go, he looks like he's on it. I've seen more from this Louise as an example, and Mane and Jota, those three alone, to make me more worried about them. But no one owns him or owns any of them apart from Dan. So it would take balls of steel for me not to go with Salah. And it would be mad because all you guys in the Torbay Elite, you've all got him. You don't have to buy him in, whereas I do. But I took that risk, and that's why I rose up. That's why I rose up, because I took that risk by just selling him, bringing in whoever I brought in.
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes. It's the flavour of the month at the moment.
Oh dear, but yeah.
I'm tempted, mate. And that's
do what your heart tells you, man. You know, just remember that Cy Bellamy's listening to every word you're saying right now. So,
well, this is my point. He'll captain Salah. Salah goes and gets his double-digit haul line, whereas my player Son blanks for the first time at home. Well, Brentford go and beat Chelsea 1-0, and Burnley get a 0-0 beat Man City 1-0, or even get a 1-1 draw out of him and cancels out Cancelo. But yeah, it's just something to think about. Well, certainly from my point of view, and for anybody that actually listens to this for any form of advice, you know, Liverpool's fixtures are really, really tough, and they're
money in the bank wise, Steve-O's sitting on a pretty 8.9. Is it 8.9, isn't it?
Yeah, something. I know it's 8 something.
8.9 million. Smooth 8.9. Harry Kane?
No, because I've got Son.
Harry?
I've got Son. I don't need him. I don't need Kane for now. I'd love to have the triple up of Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. That would be fantastic.
You can't. You've got Doherty and Kulusevski.
Yeah.
Doherty.
And I've already done playing around with transfers, and it turns out that I'm 1 million
KDB?
short. No, not really fussed with KDB. He's too expensive for what he returns, in my opinion. I think he's too expensive.
Would you be interested in Mahrez or anyone like that one?
Tell you what, Mahrez, if he starts against us, there's a very high chance he gets a double-digit haul. Very good chance he gets a double-digit haul. I mean, how much is he? 8 point something?
He's 8 something, isn't he?
So I would not be surprised if Mahrez was to do some real serious damage if he starts, of course. There's many players. He's 8.7. But for me, I'd rather go with Havertz, who's guaranteed to start for Chelsea. He's in form at the moment, and he's really enjoying his time at Chelsea as it stands right now. And I'd expect Havertz to get something against Brentford. Going back to the the predictions. I mean, you've got Chelsea Brentford up next. The history suggesting 4-0. The form suggesting 2-1. I'm predicting Chelsea to win like 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, something like that. They're looking good, Chelsea, at the moment. I'm really liking what I'm seeing of them. They seem to have got something about them, playing as a team, and I'm expecting them to cruise past Brentford pretty simply. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, they're not exactly going to put up much of a fight, are they? Let's be honest with you. It's not going to be prolific. Chelsea. What did you say score-wise?
I've gone 2-0.
I don't know. Yeah, 2-0. I mean, 1-0. 1-0 Chelsea. Yeah. Just get the job done.
That's actually
move
another
on.
player, Jace, that people are talking about. It's either Reece James or Cancelo for their teams.
Reece James, yeah.
Is he fit enough to start? That's the question. I don't know. Apparently he started training, but does Tuchel put him straight into the team? Does he just stick with Azpilicueta if he's fit? You got the likes of Alonso, possibly. There's so many options for Chelsea at the moment. Looking at their defenders here, I don't think Sarr plays on any of the wings or anything, but certainly at the back, you're probably looking at Thiago Silva and Rudiger and Azpilicueta, and I suppose, Alonso and Chilwell, James on the right and left. You've got, as it says here, Sarr as an example. You've got like Ziyech, Mason Mount that can play on the left. Hudson-Odoi is injured, unfortunately. But there's many options. So does Reece James? I don't think it's worth bringing in Reece James, but Cancelo, I can see why a lot of people probably wanted to bring him in for this. I mean, that's another thing as well. A lot of people are going to be taking -4s this specific game week to be bringing in the likes of a Man City asset, specifically Cancelo. And there is a lot of talk, like I say, about Havertz bringing him in. And, the other popular picks are like Weghorst, Pope, as 2 examples. I mean, no one's even looking at Everton. Like Pickford as a prime example of somebody, who played really well.
Pickford, yeah.
Played very well, apparently, for England. Can he?
Yeah, but so did Maguire. Don't read too much into that, to be honest with you.
Well,
I'm not.
Exactly it.
Everton for me, nah, no chance. But we'll get through these because I've got to go in 12 minutes.
I've just seen the time.
Yeah, Leeds, Southampton. It's easy just to keep. Sorry, but I got my dinner and my wife will not be very happy if I'm letting it go cold. Leeds, Southampton. A game in which I think there's goals.
Yep.
And I think 2-1 either way.
Yep.
Could be on the cards. I'm going to go home team advantage. 2-1 to Leeds.
Yeah, Southampton out of form at the moment. I've gone 2-1 to Leeds. I don't know what the hell's going on at Southampton at the moment, but they are absolutely hopeless. Leeds, on the other hand, a confidence-boosting win against Wolves. Although, to be fair, I wasn't that particularly impressed by Leeds. But Leeds don't draw games. So like you said, 2-1 either way. I've gone 2-1 to Leeds. The history's gone 2-1. The form, though, is suggesting 3-1 to Southampton. But who knows? Talking of Wolves, Wolves, Aston Villa, Jace, you've got a couple of assets in Wolves. Clean sheets?
Yeah, one of them's suspended. Aston Villa. No, I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet against Aston Villa. No, I think Villa will get a goal. I think it'll be 1-1 or 2-1 to Villa.
Wow, I've gone with them cancelling each other out. I've gone with a 1-1.
Yeah,
I just think both. Wolves can't score. Aston Villa are literally hit or miss. 1-1. The history's saying 2-1 to Aston Villa, and the form is saying 2-1 to Wolves. On to your lads then. Manchester United and Mr. Maguire. Confident?
against his former club. Confident. I'm never confident with Man United.
Got to be against Leicester though.
I think we've got the ability to win comfortably. It just depends on how well protected the back four are and essentially if mistakes are made. If mistakes are made, Leicester get a goal early on, Man United players start blaming each other, start getting stroppy, then things can start going sideways quite quickly. It's really important that Man United get the goal early on or certainly first. I'm going to go 1-0 to Man United.
Yeah. This is worrying, Jace. Whenever me and you agree,
we're aligned.
It never comes to fruition.
Yeah.
I just think that Leicester can score goals, but I do expect you guys. Leicester are absolutely atrocious away from home.
I'm telling you now. If Leicester get the goal first, it's going to be very interesting to see what United do, because if they start sulking and moaning and not working as a team, which we've seen throughout the season, then Leicester could get a result here. But I'm going to go with Man United starting well, getting a goal and holding out.
I agree. The history is actually in favour of Leicester to win. They're actually got really good history. Good results against Man United, actually. They're going 2-1 the history. I'm going 2-1 to United, just 1-0, 1-1. Something like that. But I think your home form is good enough to see you through like a 1-2-0. But the fact that Leicester can score goals, I think it's going to be 2-1. The form suggesting 2-1 to United as well. On to the second double game week team in Everton. No one's touching with the barge pile. There's a few people with Anthony Gordon in there. I've gone with West Ham to win 1-0.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sensible prediction. I'm going to, again, go with your judgment on that. I think 1-0 to West Ham is a solid scoreline. And I think that Everton are rubbish. and I would expect them to do anything in that game.
Yeah, West Ham are solid defensively. They look really tired against
Pickford clean sheet gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they look really tired against Tottenham. They put up a good fight, but this is a game which David Moyes obviously up against his former team as well, and and obviously Frank Lampard going back to West Ham. So yeah, I think it's going to be very, very cagey, that game. But yeah, I'm going 1-0, maybe 2-1, something like that. The form is saying here 2-1 to West Ham, but the history is actually saying 1-0 to Everton, surprisingly. This is the next big game, which potentially, with the form of Son, Kulusevski and Kane,
2-0.
could be goals galore. Yeah, that's another... Jason, this is scary. We're agreeing too many results.
2-0 Spurs Newcastle. Spurs to win 2-0.
That's what I've got. I've gone 2-0 as well. I expect Spurs to do a professional job, so to speak. Get through it.
Possession, control the ball, get some nice silky passing, and slot Son and Kane through and get some goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you here. There's a chance Newcastle can score because they've got a good quality player and Tottenham can't defend. But the history is saying 2-1. The form is saying 1-0 to Tottenham. Dan's Arsenal away at Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, well I'm pretty sure we both agree on the outcome here. Arsenal to sweep aside Palace. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 to Arsenal. On this one, I don't see Arsenal conceding.
No, I agree with you. I've actually gone one less. I've gone 1-0 to Arsenal. Only because away from home they're not scoring that many goals, but they can keep it tight. Crystal Palace at home, very, very good. Don't really
small. It's a small pitch, isn't it? Really small
they
pitch.
Don't many. They draw a lot of games. So if this was done like 0-0 again, like they did against Man City, or maybe 1-1 or something, local derby, wouldn't be surprised. But I'd expect this 1-0 Arsenal, 2-1 Arsenal, something like that. And then finally, the final
Your lads
game, Weghorst.
Weghorst. You gonna captain him?
Honestly,
go on.
Dread, we need your face again. This game is going to be absolutely atrocious, Jace. It's going to be shocking.
We're not doing a Wednesday night stream then?
Well, this is the thing, because I'm off.
You are. Well, I'll have to keep. I'll have to let you know what my availability is, even over the weekend, because I'm But
no,
I'll be listening. I'll be listening out to you doing a stream.
Yeah, it's going to be a big week of streaming, especially from a fantasy football perspective, because it's all important. And Burnley versus Everton is a massive game for the relegation, from the real life point of view. Dyche is going to be going into it not to lose, but he's going to have that mindset of if we can just
captain Weghorst, go on.
I don't even own him. You captain him.
Bring him in.
I've got Michael Keane, mate.
You got 8.9 million in the bank. Bring him in. Bring him in.
This is going to be a disgusting game. I've actually gone for us to win, because Dyche seems to always pull out the bag in these games. I genuinely think we could win this, and I've gone 2-1, Jace.
No.
Yeah. Again, this could be anything.
No.
The fixture, but yeah. The history saying 2-1 to Everton.
Yeah.
The form saying 1-1. It's going to be scrappy. It's going to be horrible. But the thing is that Everton, they are in absolute dire straits at the moment. We've still got the team spirit, which I think is the thing that gets us through things and helps us beat the likes of Everton. Are another team that seem to have a hold over us as well. Not quite like Man City and Tottenham, but I think we just get past them, Jace, in a 2-1 victory. But yeah, there we have it. Do you want to just while you've got it, do you want to just quickly go through the Super League, the Super Cup, mate? If you can, bring it up, because I know there's a lot of people that do like to know what's going in the Super Cup and everything. And we're at the knockout stages now. Unfortunately, I can't access it, but if you could just bring it up for our audience, and we can find out.
Sorry, what was that?
The Super Cup. If you could bring it up on screen and let everybody know what's happening with that knockout stages, where various individuals have got next up and whatnot. Because I know there is a hell of a lot of people that enjoy the chat around it and everything and get involved. It's very competitive.
Hang on.
Well, we'll wait for Jace. If you want, hit the like button, everyone. Come on. 60 people watching. Show your support by hitting the like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Show your love. Show your support. We'll be doing I'll be doing a lot of streaming over the next few days as well. So hit that notification button. Stay tuned for Elite FPL content because it is going to be coming quick and fast because I am now available to actually do streaming on a regular basis while I'm off sick. So,
okay, let me just bring it up.
Dread's not in it anymore. Here we go, Jace.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. Bit slow here. Slow here. Sorry.
Sheka Meka Leka will be back. Will be back and stronger next season. What does that mean? What do you mean, Sheka Leka Meka?
So we're down to the round 16, aren't we?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So
fire talk.
Outburst. Hang on. It's funny how detached you become once you get humiliatedly knocked out. Right. Oh, 1 second. Here we go. So we've got. Right. So Lost Guys up against Fantasy Football Scout Luke in match 17. We've got Harbour Boy up against Dara B.
A local derby.
We've got Vijay Garv up against Brew.
Another local derby.
I saw Brew in the chat a minute ago. We've got Matty T up against Harry. FPL Tips Harry.
There we are. Yeah, on the show the other day.
Atletico Bilal up against Gabriel Durop.
Oh, another local. Ooh, a local derby there. Nice.
ABJ versus Davey FPL, the guy that turns to gold everything he touches. FPL Mate, another one of those, up against Clickus. That's a good one.
Is there any content creator versus content creator? What's going on?
No, I mean there is actually. No, there isn't actually. There's no content creator up against content creator.
Interesting.
Treaders is up against Late Riser.
Nick Treadwell. I think he was here a minute ago.
Yeah,
wow.
He's up against Late Riser.
He's doing very well, Late Riser.
It's content creators versus the non-content creators and community. So interesting to see what happens there. So best of luck. And yeah, I better go for my tea, Steve-O, if you want to finish off with anything.
Yeah, all I'll say, everybody, is just stay tuned for impromptu streams because, like I say, this is the first stream I've done since God knows when, after surgery, and I've been doing videos for members and everything. So that's all I've been doing. But stream-wise, certainly stay tuned to what is upcoming via Twitter at Elite FPL. Join the Discord. I've pinned Dread's tweet. I've pinned Dread's message at the top. So if you want to be part of a very large Discord talking all things fantasy football and very other subject matters, then all you got to do is click the link above and be part of this wonderful community. Other than that, all I'll say is thanks everybody for joining us. It's going to be an absolutely fascinating.
Not for me. Not for me. I'm sinking. Steve-O's floating up the league, and you know, I've just got I'm a bottom feeder at the moment. I'm gonna try and do something a bit different, I think, on this one.
Well, I'll be finding out when I do my standard. What did the rivals do stream? I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see all your faces, and look forward to seeing you again shortly. And Steve-O, all the best, man.
Yeah. See you later.